Topic 2. Insurance terminology and classification. Key aspects of the topic. Basic insurance concepts and terms. Insurance classification. Insurance is both a business and a field of knowledge that involves many specific concepts, understanding which is essential for theoretical research and practical work. Insurance terminology is the set of concepts and terms used in insurance. An insurance term is a word or phrase applied in insurance practice. Terms reflect specific insurance relationships associated with the formation and use of the insurance fund. Each term defines the distinctive features and content of a particular group of insurance relationships. Groups of insurance relationships. Relationships expressing general insurance conditions and the manifestation of specific insurance interests. Relationships connected to the formation of the insurance fund. Relationships related to the spending of insurance fund resources. Insurance relationships can be broadly categorized into 3 groups, each defining specific interactions within the insurance framework. The first group includes those related to the manifestation of specific insurance interests of most participants in insurance. These are limited to the national insurance market and include terms such as insurer, policyholder, beneficiary, third party, insurance coverage, insurance interest, sum insured, insurance policy, and insurance contract. Insurer. Financial institutions licensed to conduct insurance, organized as joint stock, full limited partnerships, or companies with additional liability under Ukrainian law. The number of participants in an insurer must be at least 3. Policyholder. Legal entities or competent individuals who enter into insurance contracts with insurers. Beneficiary. A person designated by the policyholder to receive insurance payments if the insured cannot do so themselves. In personal insurance, the beneficiary receives payments in the event of the insured's death. In property insurance, rights may be acquired by lessors or creditors if insured property is damaged or destroyed. Third parties. Individuals whose consent is required for the insurer and policyholder to conclude a contract, except where law provides otherwise. Third parties may acquire the rights and obligations of a policyholder under the insurance contract. Insurance coverage. A list of specific insurance risks. The insurer pays the insured amount from the insurance fund upon occurrence of any of them. Insurance interest. The material interest of an individual or entity in insurance. Sum insured. The monetary amount the insurer is obligated to pay upon an insured event. Insurance policy. A standard document issued by the insurer confirming the insurance contract and its terms issued after payment of a premium. Insurance contract. A legal agreement regulating mutual obligations of the insurer and policyholder according to the terms of the insurance type. The second group of terms relates to forming the insurance fund within the national insurance market. Key terms include insurance premium, payment contribution, payment the policyholder must make to the insurer under the contract. Insurance rate, the contribution rate per unit of the sum insured for a defined period. Insurance valuation, determination of the insured object's value, which forms the basis for the sum insured. Insurance coverage, fund coverage, the ratio of the sum insured to the insurance valuation of the insured property. Insurance portfolio, the number of active insurance contracts held by an insurance company. Insurance limit, the maximum monetary amount for which property or liability can be insured. Insurance field, maximum number of objects covered by a specific insurance type. Insurance risk, an event against which insurance is provided, characterized by probability and uncertainty. Insurance contract term, the period during which the insurance contract is in effect. The third group consists of terms related to spending and distributing the insurance fund. The insurer is legally responsible for these expenditures, which are intended for payments of insured amounts and indemnities. Key terms include insured event, an event defined by the contract or legislation that triggers the insurer's obligation to pay the insured amount. Insurance incident, a potential loss that may occur to the insured object. Insurance reserves, special funds formed from premiums used to make insurance payments. Insurance losses, value of fully destroyed or partially damaged property according to the insurance valuation. Deductible, part of the loss not reimbursed by the insurer. Insurance indemnity, payment made by the insurer within the sum insured. Insurance payment, the monetary sum paid by the insurer when an insured event occurs, personal insurance. Insurance classification is a scientific system dividing insurance into sectors, subsectors, and types, where each level is a subset of the previous one. Its practical significance lies in guiding legislation, licensing, reporting, monitoring insurance company performance, fostering international cooperation, and identifying priorities for insurance development. Classification is based on differences in insurer activities, approaches to property protection, identification of insured objects, amounts of liability, insurance forms, and other criteria. There are three main types of classification: historical, legal, and economic. Legal classification is based on international agreements and domestic legislation, ensuring uniform grouping of insurance types for licensing, performance metrics, and fund accumulation. Differences between compulsory and voluntary insurance. Legislative basis regulates objects, liability, conditions, rates, payments, and rights of parties vertical bar contractually defined within law. Coverage. Full coverage of objects listed by law, vertical bar, selective coverage. Dependence on policyholder, independent vertical bar, dependent on willingness and ability. Duration, unlimited vertical bar limited, renewable by recontracting. Economic classification divides insurance by insured objects, insurer specialization, type of risk, policyholder and insurer status, commercial, mutual, or state organizations. Objects define the branch, subbranch, and type of insurance. Branch, sphere of property interests with unique principles, methods, and fund management. Subbranch, group of insurance types for homogeneous objects with characteristic risks, conditions, and methods. Type, insurance of homogeneous objects against one or several risks under specific conditions, methods, and fund management. Three main branches of insurance by object are personal insurance, life, health, working capacity, property insurance, property, assets, money, income, and liability insurance, responsibility for harm to third parties. Branches are subdivided into subbranches and types. The insured object determines contract conditions, sum insured coverage, premium, deductibles, and term.